Okay, recording this video. It is Thursday, 22nd of January 2015. It is 1:58 p.m. Chicago time. Just make this a short little video. Do hope your trading is going well. We've had an incredibly volatile couple of days. The speed of these moves has just been absolutely massive, kind of big reversal type moves, and we're breaking to the upside, so the uptrend is intact, but in the meantime we've had some kind of vicious little sell-offs. So yesterday, Wednesday, I found really tricky to trade. We had this kind of leaked announcement by the ECB, and that caused a huge amount of volatility. The market was moving so damn fast. I got taken out in a stop on one of my trades that just simply happened in seconds. It was unbelievable. Luckily kind of made it back and kind of eked out a little bit of a gain yesterday, but it was kind of messy stuff. At least you knew kind of quickly whether you were kind of trading in the right direction, because the market was just moving so fast. Today, Thursday, nicer, a little bit more controlled. All the announcements kind of came out pre-open, so after the open we were dealing with less kind of news-driven type stuff. So it's a little bit smoother, a little bit kind of nicer to trade. We had a beautiful little setup for the beginning of the day where we had triple resistance and we couldn't get through it, and we sold off into this move. And then we have a nice little bottoming pattern on 1500, pull back to end of trend. We've got exhaustion, sell, and bullish divergence comes in, and blue professional bars at the lows. Bang, and that's enough. That kind of reverses us, takes us into a trending move on the way here. So I was long actually into the first trade of the day, but it just didn't want to break through resistance, and I'll just show you this kind of setup. So we got resistance on the 1500 tip bar chart just after the open, having had some exhaustion with the announcement pre-open. Then on the 500 tip bar chart, it was also a resistance going on here with a pullback to dirty end of trend. And on the 4500 tip bar chart, it was also resistance. It was pullback to end of trend with blue professional bars at the highs. So when all of that kind of came together, jumped out of my long trade, got short at 34.50 and kind of rode it down for 4, and then re-entered I think around here at 27.75 for another 4 on the way down here. So it was a nice little move. If you just back it down at the 500 tip bar chart, you can kind of see what's going on. So we test back up, pull back to dirty end of trend. Remember, it does not print an end signal here on beta sine wave because this pullback level has been violated. We've kind of gone through that. So that's what I call a dirty end of trend. That shows there's weakness in the market because the support level's kind of been broken. The amateurs are leading the way with a Rambo pattern here, so they're trying to buy the breakout. Remember, Rambo is potential reversal of amateur breakout, so the amateurs are buying the breakout. We reverse, go the other way. Strong blue professional down bar, which initially I thought was a little bit of a buying it on the dip because we broke back up above the highs of it, but you can see that's quite a strong sell signal there. There's quite a lot of traffic kind of getting out of the market there. We come back up, double top forms, blue professional bar at the high, and we just break the lows, and this thing sold off super hard. So little note on the way the market's kind of moving at the moment. I think there might have been some changes this year to what the high frequency traders can do. The last half of last year, or the last third of last year, one of the reasons I found it really tricky trading last year was we had backing and throwing all the time. As soon as we kind of move into a little bit of a trending move, break in a particular direction, we were always coming back, and so getting the trend direction right, you were always being tested. Your nerves were being tested with that kind of move. This year, what I've noticed is there's less of that going on. Once we kind of break into a trend, we break so damned hard, it's tricky to actually get on board because we have no little retraces. And I think there's some rule kind of changes that's happened for the high frequency traders, and so they were causing that backward and forward movements, in my opinion, and we've got less of that kind of going on. So I'm just looking for any opportunity to get short, and the support kind of comes in here. We have a little bit of a retrace here, and I think that was when I was able to jump in at 34.50 to get short on this move. At that point down there, I know we've had a Rambo pattern kind of, so we're going to get a little bit of a pushback from there because the amateurs are kind of pushing the way, but we had no blue professional bars going into that low, so that support level was not likely to hold. The first one we get is kind of down here, and then we kind of break nicely into a downtrend. So for me, I'd got into this move really late, as it was breaking into this trend move on the way down, so I didn't dare move my target out. Let's just be happy with the 4 kind of on the way down. But then started looking at my emails and seeing what was going on with feeds and so on. And noticed that the market had broken down again into this move, and I got short just here. We had all these amateur up bars. The low was not likely in because on the 500 tip bar chart we have no blue professional bars picking it up at the lows here. So although there's strong selling and bullish divergence come in, there's no blue professional bars coming in there. And this move back we know is weak because this is amateur up bars. So the amateurs are maybe getting stopped out a little bit as their trailing stops are being hit on this move on the way back. So I know that move is weak. There's no blue professional bars coming at the lows. I got in too early. I was getting in on this break and had to sit through this kind of pushback, which kind of came a little bit close to the stop, which wasn't nice. But then the blue professional bars come in on the retrace. Pullback comes in, support becomes resistance at that level, so the breakdown level is an area of support where the blue professional bars kind of come in. As soon as we start breaking the lows of that blue professional bar, it's all good. We test up a little bit with an amateur up bar. That amateur up bar, I mean, it's not unlike this kind of amateur bar with a double top, triple top kind of thing going on here, and then bang, we crashed down to new lows, and I was out at 23.75 again. Just anxious to pick out form. Not going to push my target out, although there was kind of more to be made in this. The best kind of exit was when we had the pullback to end of trend and the bullish divergence come in here right down at 19 or 20, down at those lows, and then we race away to the upside. So it was a nice little kind of downtrending move. Got out of my long trade when that was not working out. And then picked off a couple of kind of trades on the way down here, but it was super fast. All of this was done on the downside by, what time was that? 8:47. So in the first 15-17 minutes of trade. It's unbelievable. So where are we going? We're breaking to the upside. So we're now back up at 50s, 56 kind of going on here, and a decent reading. Interesting. That's actually kind of exhaustion type buying kind of going on. But this is the 40,500 tip bar chart. Let me just back it down. We had all this weakness at the beginning of the year, and then we've been testing back down. A couple of days ago I talked about this Rambo to Rambo channel. You can see Rambo, 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 Rambo. That means the highs and lows are being driven here by the amateurs waiting for a breakout. Each of them are kind of not working out, but we will break out at some point. This was the key bar. So a couple of days ago, this was blue professional down bar where we tested into 2000. This low got to, I think, 98. The blue professional bars, they step in, they stop it dead, bang, buying that low, and then the market starts to break above the highs of that. We know that's a good kind of reversal point because the highs get broken, the lows don't get touched again, bang, we're off to the upside. The next blue professional bar we see here is almost jumping the creek at this point. So we got resistance in, they're kind of buying that breakout, expecting higher highs. At that kind of critical 20 to 24 level that I was talking about. That's almost jumping the creek. The lows don't get hit when we test back down here, and we're on our way to the upside. Now, up at 57s we're kind of reaching the exhaustion buy type readings that we had bottoming the markets down over here. This was like a 47 type reading, negative 47. So we're starting to mirror the selling that we've had. So that's pretty extreme, kind of getting up there. But these things have got to run until we get bearish divergence coming in, and then pull back to end of trend, and then more kind of blue professional bars kind of coming in at the highs. But that's kind of an interesting kind of level. Up at the 80s, that'll be kind of a key level kind of going forward. So who knows what's going to happen over the next couple of days. But with this volatility with the ECB over the last couple of days, it's been kind of good trading, but you had to have your wits about you. Yesterday was tricky. Today was a nice kind of day. Anyway, hope your trading is going well, and I'll tag on a couple of those day trades. I just got short 34.50, short 34.50. Just checking stops and targets. And my God, this market is moving fast. Reason for getting short, we had a triple kind of line up here. The thing just sold off so fast at 40. And okay, blue professional bar just come in there. An exhaustion pattern. That was the strength of that selling down. So really ought to have had an exhaustion pattern kind of during the full liquidity of the day. This is ECB day, exhaustion, bearish divergence, and then we start to weaken. I'd like to have seen that during the day, but that was just such a strong move. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Blue professional bar just sells it down. Okay, here we go, turning into a trend move now. So we got double supports that we're breaking down here. Just going to keep my target where it is. Bingo, taken out. 30.50 for 4, excellent. So it wasn't a one shot, one kill, because I took a little long trade to start with and just jumped out of break even. But that one was for 4, and we're bouncing from there. Blue professional bars come in down at these lows after exhaustion patterns. That might be a bullish divergence signal, so might have a bounce. I'm kind of expecting this during the quality of the day, but no, we've still got to go pull back and a trend on 500 to bar chart. So alright, 837, that's not too bad. I'll kind of take a look at it later on. Yeah, it's coming down again. Okay, just got short 27.75, short 27.75. I'm leaving the target where it is, and I don't know, I just start looking at my feeds, not watching my charts, and all of a sudden this thing just crashes through. So I was out at 30.50, and then we put in the pullback to end of trend, and everything looks like it's going to kind of hold around this blue professional bars coming in, and then bingo. But why go short now? We've had exhaustion patterns, blue professional bars coming lows, but we've got to go test. We've got to go put in this another bullish divergence pattern. So blue professional up bar, just break the, no, come on, no, 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 blue professional up bar. We need this cyclical resistance to come in and come down again. It's trying to find a bottom to this thing. There's a rainbow pattern amateur up bars. That was the rainbow pattern amateur up bars. Probably should have waited for these blue professional lows to get broken rather than jumping in on this bar here. But support becomes resistance. That kind of breakdown level that we went through, so should bounce off that. The risk is when it's doing this is we get a short covering rally, we start hitting a whole bunch of stops, and it just all of a sudden just goes, yeah, a little bit crazy to the upside, and then kind of comes down. So come on. Alright, selling it down, keep going through the lows here, and we'll go test down at the bottom. Of course, got my target at 23.75, and this low is 24.50, so it just needs to retest the lows and break them. Almost back to entry. There we go. Alright, we got just down to 25.75. Got a pullback to end of trend gone off here. Pullback to end of trend is what we're doing. Here we go, here we go. Bingo, just taken out 23.75. Wow, that when that crashed through that low, that was a quick move. Excellent for another 4. Good. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, definitely. Pullback to end of trends being made on 1500. Put in some kind of another bullish divergence down here, but another trending move. Well, seemingly they didn't like Draghi's announcement. We're back into the 20s.